Welcome back to the channel. Today we're going to do something a little bit different. We're going to do a little how we shot it segment. I may start doing these if you guys are interested in them. If this video gets 37 views, then we scrap this whole idea. But I'm going to try to do it because I haven't posted anything this week. If you can hear it in my voice, I'm a little sick. And that's why I was posting every single day for the last like 3 or 4 weeks. And of course, the day that one of the shorts that I post blows up, I get completely sick from Vegas. So I'm going to try to post a little something now, and I have another video cooking that I'll probably post tomorrow as well, which is the Freewell variable ND filter and circular polarizer. I've been working on that for a while, so I'll have that tomorrow. But today I want to get into how we shot this image, the equipment that we used, the numbers that were used in order to achieve this photo. So the very first thing, I'll show you guys the behind the scenes photo, which is this right here. So what we ended up using was Alexis right here. You guys know him from the channel. We posted a bunch of videos with him. This is the Godox UL Octabox 60, which is the 24-inch softbox. Now, some people were asking, why didn't you go with a bigger softbox? You can see right here in Alexis's face, this is the reason we went with the 24-inch, because the 24-inch is going to give us really nice soft lighting, but it's not going to be enormous to the point where he's going to be struggling to hold it all day. Keep in mind that when we're shooting weddings, we have to be walking around, we have to be running around, we have to be walking in between people if we're at the reception. So you don't want something that's so big that's going to be extremely cumbersome. This still gives you very soft lighting, and in the actual photo, this one, he was actually even closer than this. So when we do photos that are going to be a lot closer, we use a modifier, such as an umbrella or a softbox, something that's bigger. If we're shooting something that's a lot wider, like our normal typical shots, something like this, we probably won't use a modifier, a larger modifier, because we would have to Photoshop it out, which is not that difficult anymore as long as you understand where you're going to put your lighting and where you're going to Photoshop it out. But in this situation, I think we ended up just using like a grid from a little further away, if I remember correctly. So in a situation like this, we're not using the softest lighting as opposed to a shot like this where it's very close up and you're going to see, more of the hot spots or anything like that. I think in this one, I forgot to put the deflector on the softbox. I hadn't really been doing that, and it could have been even just a little bit softer. If you guys saw one of the other videos that we posted with the headshots, you see that it really, really kills that hotspot nicely. Still, this is a very soft photo in my opinion, and the lighting is very soft on her. It's very dreamy on her and on him as well. And then the backlight, we didn't use another flash because we were blessed with this beautiful light coming from behind. So my idea was to use this light to just give them a little bit of edge lighting, a little bit of lighting right here, and then the front light is just to light her face. I always point the lighting in the direction where her nose is pointing to give her that nice flattering light on her. I understand that he gets a little bit more of the shadow, but in the end, we always want to give her the best lighting possible. As far as the posing, this doesn't happen by accident. We told him exactly where to place his hands. Sometimes grooms will put their hands like way too far down, and I'll make a little joke. I'll be like, hey, remember dad and the tios are watching this, and they'll start laughing. I'm like, put the hand a little bit more by her waist. And I always tell them, I want a little bend in your elbow to the groom. I tell them, bring it back so there's a little bend in your elbow so it looks nice and natural. For her, I have her put her hand on his elbow. The reason I do that is because if we put the hand on his shoulder, if she's shorter, which most of the times that's how it works out, she may end up blocking her face. So I prefer to put it here as a rule of thumb. Sometimes we do put it up there, but generally speaking, we have her hold his elbow right there. Nice and soft. On this one, she's a little stiffer than I would prefer, but it's okay. Usually I say hold them nice and soft on the side. So that's kind of the more posing, less the technical aspect. Let's get into more the geeky, nerdy, technical stuff. I don't think we went super hard on the flash here or super high on the power. It was probably maybe like a quarter or something like that, if I remember correctly. What we're going to do is to show you guys exactly what the numbers were, because I'm sure you guys are curious. You can always look at the metadata on your Mac by hitting get info. So 75 millimeters, because I didn't want to be super wide on it. I wanted to have a little bit of depth of field. 2.5 because I was shooting with the 35 to 150, so it allowed me to shoot at wider than 2.8. Once it gets to, I believe it's like 85 or 90 millimeters, something around there. Don't quote me, but it's somewhere around there. It goes to 2.8 and it goes from 2.8 all the way to 150. But before that, you can go a little bit wider. Typically, I leave that lens at 2.8, so that way as I'm zooming in and zooming out, it doesn't change. I have a video about that, so if you guys want to go and check that out. But this, I was being very intentional because I wanted that depth of field, and I knew that they weren't going to move, so I opened it up a little bit more. So 2.5 aperture, 1/500th of a second, so I was definitely shooting in high-speed sync. But since I was shooting at f2.5 and I wasn't at a crazy shutter speed, that's why I can confidently say that I wasn't at, full power or half power. More than likely, I was at a quarter and below for this one. So I don't remember exactly, guys. When I'm shooting, I'm not over here jotting down what the hell I'm doing. From experience, I can tell you, and from the numbers, I can tell you more or less what it was. So that's how we shot this photo right here. We did a few frames. I did this. I did him kissing her on the cheek, and then we moved on. There were some people back here, they did yell at them, hey, get out of the way, but they kept coming back in. So nowadays with Lightroom, it's just so much easier just to remove people in post that we just ended up removing them. And then last tip, guys, with the veil, we typically like to put it over her shoulder a little bit. One, because I think it just looks more classic and more pretty, and it just kind of shapes the face a little bit more. And then two, she wasn't, but some ladies are a little insecure about their arms. So by putting the veil over the shoulder and over the arms, it covers any areas that they might be a little insecure about. So I just wanted to mention that last bit because I think it is very relevant. But let me know what you guys think about videos like this. They're easy to make for me. So if you guys enjoy them, I can certainly make a hell of a lot more. If you follow our Instagram, just let me know. Send me a DM. Let me know which photos you guys would want me to do a breakdown on. I've never done one before, but yeah, it's not bad. It was actually pretty fun. So let me know what you guys think. To the 1,200 or 1,500, I don't know what we're at this week, new subscribers. I adore every single one of you. You guys have no idea. I was pretty much bedridden all week since I got back from WPPI, and seeing the numbers jump up, it's not an ego thing whatsoever, guys. If I didn't have to be in front of the camera, I wouldn't. But it's been very gratifying that what we're posting is beneficial and you guys are enjoying it. You guys have no idea how grateful I am to every single one of you that has subscribed. To the ones that have been here from the very beginning, thank you guys so much. Even to the ones that posted shitty comments, thank you, because it made that short that has been blowing up jump up even more. So it is what it is, guys. I'm never gonna get everything perfect. If you can find the perfect photographer, please leave him in the comments because I still haven't found him. I'm just doing my best. Thank you guys so much, and I hope you have an amazing week.